Hi everybody. So Booktrovert is back as promised, and today I'll be introducing you to one of my most favorite fictional friends, and that friend is Rusty. Now, I'm sure some of you must have read Rusty, and you know who has created Rusty, none other than Mr. Ruskin Bond. Now, the very particular book that I'll be talking about today is The Room on the Roof, which is Mr. Bond's first book, and in this book we first meet Rusty. Now, Rusty is a young boy, just a teenager, all of 17 years, and would you believe it, this book was written by Mr. Bond when he was all of 17. And from this book onwards, Rusty's journey starts, his journey begins. Now, just to, give a brief nutshell about the plot, Rusty is an Anglo Indian boy who lives in Dehradun with his very strict guardian. And like any other young adolescent boy, he just wants to break free. And so one day, when he is not able to tolerate the strictness, the scoldings, and the punishments of his guardian any longer, he just runs away from his home. Well, some of you might ask that this book is then all about adolescence. Why would an adult enjoy it? But let me tell you, this book is as much about Rusty as much as it is about you, about me, about anybody else. Because I believe that in everybody's life, at some point or the other, we all have been, we all have felt a little claustrophobic, a little controlled by authority, maybe our guardians, our parents, any form of authority, and we all have wanted to break free and have our own adventures and lead a life absolutely on our own terms, isn't it? So that is exactly what Rusty does here in The Room on the Roof. Now he runs away from his house and then he starts living with his Indian friends, and he has many trials and tribulations in his life. Well, I'll not give you the entire story because then, if you are deciding to read the book, then you'll miss the magic. But let's not give you the entire story. So, just like I said, in a brief nutshell, this is all about it. And this being Mr. Bond's very first book, I would say. Now, if you can just take a look behind in my bookshelf, you would see I have almost all the books written by Mr. Bond, because I believe he is such a writer who is absolutely my go-to writer for all the times. And if somebody who hasn't read his works, I would say if you start reading, you'll surely enjoy it, because the very simplistic flavors, the very Indianness, the very descriptions of nature, of friendships, of love, loss, everything that flows in his writing so seamlessly, so effortlessly, that actually shows what a lovely and amazing person that he is. Now, on this note, I would like to share with you all, my bibliophile friends, something really, really nice that I have here. Well, I have had, I was really blessed to have a lot of opportunities to see Mr. Bond talking, meet him almost face to face. And so I have got this beautiful Room on the Roof 60th anniversary edition, which is signed by Mr. Bond. Can you see? This is his signature right here, right? Isn't that amazing? Now I own 2 copies of the very same book. This one was just for my reading, and this is a collector's edition which I actually got signed by the author. So that's like the icing on the cake. Now, I would say, if you are looking for an adventure, if you are looking for an enjoyable read, if you are looking to just, escape somewhere, so you would just take yourself to Dehradun, to the hills of some time back, where there are lots of people, noise, but in the middle of that, you will find friendship, you will find love, you will find love's loss, but you will also find a better way of looking at the future and always hoping towards a brighter and more optimistic future. That is what this book is going to give you. And I'm sure, like me, all of you will always hope that if we also had a room on the roof which would be absolutely our own, our world, one room, yes, that's what we all need, but that would be like our world. And sometimes, trust me, you don't need more than that. You just need a room of your own that might be just four walls and a window. But then, yeah, that looks out into the mountains, or you can look at the beautiful skies through the window. And you have your books with you. And maybe if you write a few lines like me, then you have your notebook and your pencils, and you're all set. So, let's not wait any further, guys, and let's just delve into this beautiful journey of adolescent childhood and life for everybody. If you have already read Mr. Bond, so you know the kind of magic I'm talking about. And if you have already read this book, I would say reread it. And the ones who haven't read it, do give it a go. And please do let us know whether you like it or not. Thank you. Here's me, Booktrovert, signing off until next time.